Loveline, coast to coast.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. Is Dr. Drew over there? Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. All right there, Drew. You doing all right?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
How about you?
I'm tired.
I'm better because we actually had our talk on the way home last night. So
yes, Drew and I speak on a cell phone 20 minutes every night before we get into the hills, and it gets out of range. Like we don't get enough of each other's sorry asses on the air.
In fact, last time we had a very heated discussion about what makes a man a man.
Oh, we did get into that. Yeah, that was a good one. Izabella, Miko, and Johnathon Schaech are both here from the Forsaken, which, what was the name of that Clint Eastwood movie that sounded like that? It was driving minutes. Maybe it was just The Unforgiven. You're right, Anderson. The Forsaken, which is coming out this Friday. Wide release, yes?
Yes.
And tell us about it. It's a vampire movie.
Yeah.
What's different about this one?
It's a real vampire movie.
Oh, it's about real vampires. Make note.
I see. Oh, so it's a documentary.
Yeah, you bet.
But there's been a handful of vampire movies that have been released in the last few years. Why should we go see this?
Well, it's a little different than the typical vampire. You know, they don't have fangs. They get an incredible backstory. A 900-year-old vampire that was
no garlic.
No garlic. Doesn't hang in closets.
And does anything work on them, or can we give that away?
No, I don't think we can give that away.
They're just really mean.
Reading about the film a little bit, it's sort of historically, tries to be historically accurate.
You almost believe the whole story,
context, right?
There's a lot of mythology behind it.
But then then it goes off into myth, and
It's very scary. It's very shocking, and
shocking.
I mean, we don't spare anything.
It's just mean.
But I like that.
They're like Metallica vampires.
Yeah.
They're old and
metal.
They adapt into today's society, and they cover their own tracks. So they burglarize and murder and do considerable mayhem like America does.
I love a scary movie. I really do. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about humans that want to be scared, that want to pay $8 to sit down somewhere and have the crap scared out of them. Maybe it's just to go back to their life and feel better about their life. I mean, they didn't get a limb chewed off. They weren't raped. They were not.
Their life is pretty much
didn't have their trachea punctured or anything. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like a weird relative thing. What is that?
Hey, my life doesn't suck.
Is that what it's
great.
I mean, humans are pretty violent when you get right down to it. And when it's all unsubmerged, they may have a need to kind of look at it. Yeah. They do the same thing with sex, right? People just watch that, too. They may not do all those things, but they kind of watch this stuff.
Right. Yeah, I wonder, you know what? I wonder if people studied the culture many, many, many years from now. They'd say, well, they repressed a lot of their impulses of sex and anger and violence, but then they all gathered in these places and
dark rooms
and watched one with a thick German accent perpetrate it on others.
That's how the vampire was born.
Yeah, maybe
there you go.
He gets to be that in which we can't be. He gets to be incredibly free sexually, and
humans are drawn to violence. They go to the guillotines, they watch the gallows, they go to the battlefields and watch things. They have huge spectacles and
everybody wants to see blood.
Yeah, humans have always done that.
Inside.
You know what I do like about the vampire movies is these guys not only kill, but they get laid.
Yeah, a lot.
Unlike the mummy and Frankenstein, nothing. They're like me in high school. But vampires are smart. They're like, hey, if I'm going to break into this chick's room in the middle of the night, I'm going to get some ass before I kill her. It's not a bad strategy. I mean, if you're going to kill, you might as well toss rape in there too. I mean, it's not like who are you trying to impress?
Whole package.
Yeah. How long has a vampire story been around? It's been hundreds of years?
Yeah.
I mean, how long? How far back does it go? You know, Drew?
I don't know. Does anybody know the first vampire story? Is that what you're asking? It's got to be 200 years.
Easily.
Yeah.
All those vampires with, thick accents from Russia.
How old is the Bram Stoker?
Probably 17, 18s. I don't know. Okay. There's a good question. Andrew?
On the web, Anderson. Check it out.
That's Dracula, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of Dracula. What's up?
Same thing.
Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm just I don't know. I'm having issues with my sexuality and religious convictions.
Okay. Well, clearly there's clarity about what your orientation is. What is it the church is having a problem with?
Basically, any church that I've attended, it's definitely it's a no-go.
Really?
Yeah.
There are plenty of churches that embrace people being homosexual.
Hold on, maybe this is a bogus call. Where are you calling from?
Nope, this is for real.
You calling from Michigan?
Yeah. Yep.
No. Out here, we have almost exclusively gay churches.
Yeah, I mean, it's
they don't let you in if you don't blow a guy.
It's such
it's true. It's right on the door.
So, to our point of view, it's such an outlandish statement. We almost think it's a bogus call.
Yeah.
Oh no, I live like in Cornfield County.
One of my
hold on, you say cornfield or cornhole?
Well, wherever
he is, it's the one, and he lives in the cornfield.
Here, that's
right.
Yeah, you got to come out to L.A. It's all gay.
You might check Episcopal churches out. Have you been Episcopalian at all?
No.
They tend to be
I was raised Baptist, and I, within the past couple of years, have attended a Pentecostal church.
You got to get into one of those religions that doesn't really count. They'll take anybody. You know what I mean? Santeria. I think. Drew, what about the Jews? They don't mind the gays, do they?
No, I think they do.
No.
They do?
Not in any kind of systematic way. They might have.
You never hear them complaining about the gays.
It's the parents.
Maybe, yeah.
Parents kill themselves.
I'm not worried as far as what other people think. It's more like the biblical, because you never hear any stories of any good, positive, homosexual, anything.
I have a friend and somebody I took care of as a patient who's a lesbian minister for a church. I mean, one of the most delightful people I know, and doesn't seem to have any problem with her community.
Wow.
And is a spectacular minister.
And golfer. This is but L.A. is a little more progressive than Lansing, Michigan, I would guess.
Yeah.
Well, how about moving out of there? I mean, I know it sounds stupid, like why should you have to leave your home, but why not go to a place, that's more accepting?
Oh, I'm really attached to my family, so...
How are they doing?
Are they okay with this?
Absolutely.
Well, that's 90% of the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got their support. You're more than halfway home.
Right.
You should be able to find a community, a spiritual community.
Try the internet. Can't they lead you somewhere?
I've been in chat rooms and they're just scary.
No, I mean they got like religious stuff on the internet now, don't they? I don't know.
None that I've found, but
all right. Well, listen. What do you care? You're going to hell anyway, right?
I hope not.
I hope not. All right. So you're very religious.
Yeah.
But you're gay, and you've made your peace with that.
Yeah.
Where are we going? It's just,
I don't know. I would just think it'd be one or the other. Why do both?
What?
Oh, no.
You can do both. I mean,
you can?
What do you
you just
mean
have
do
to
both?
sort of,
Gay's a religion to me. That trumps everything. It's a nationality. It's a religion. It takes priority in all facets of life. I don't know. If I was gay and so much of religion is anti-gay, I would probably abandon religion.
Yeah, well, that's what he's
But
trying to
still
do. He's trying to find a spiritual center with somebody.
he still wants to be spiritual and have that.
He needs to find it with himself first.
All right, I'd say keep looking. There's got to be something out there. Bob?
Yes.
You're 38?
Hang on a second, Bob. I just realized now I know why you and Jimmy are not involved in your gay relationship that you've longed for.
Why not?
He's not into cars.
Oh, really? No.
That's the deal breaker for you.
No, that's not it. And what's that? No. As I've said on the air many times, I wish I was gay. It'd be a better lifestyle for me. It really would.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'd be a better person.
Drew, you and I.
Oh, well, what a couple that would be.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Combine our incomes.
You'd be able to fix things around the house.
Drew, I have hepatitis again. Come fix me.
No, I could just band you up whenever you saw your fingers off.
Bob?
Saw your hand back on.
You're 38.
Yeah.
What's up?
Just want to say I think you guys are God. Your show is awesome.
Well, thanks.
I really enjoy it.
Thanks.
I got a fetish, I guess I would call it, with nylons. I love them. Any woman wearing them. Love to rub on them. Love to rub my privates on them. Is that strange, or have you heard of it? Or
Definitely heard of it. It's not the usual behavior.
The smelly ones, or? Just
something that somebody has worn. Is that important?
Or has on.
Has on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But are you able to carry on normal relationships otherwise?
Yeah.
Do you need the nylons in order to function sexually? You understand what I'm asking?
No, but it's a extreme turn on.
Extra turn on.
I never even see nylons anymore.
Yeah.
They're still around?
Pantyhose?
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see a lot of pantyhose.
No.
It's not as popular as it used to be.
Huh.
Maybe it's with
I don't
older
wear
women
them
or
at all.
something.
I don't even have them.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You're young and beautiful. A few years you'll have to.
Thank you.
No, I'm not
Something
talking.
to look forward to.
I'm not talking about 24 months. I'm talking about 24 years. You got to put them. The little varicose veins and stuff.
I'll be wearing pants.
Bob?
Yes.
Do you have a woman?
Yes. 18 years.
I see. Does she wear the pantyhose?
Not as often as I'd like, but she does once in a while.
All right, you're fine. Don't worry. That's just a little preference you have. That's
What do you do? Do you need to use? Do you need her to take them off so you can do stuff with them?
No, I like them on her.
A true fetish.
I see.
A true fetish.
I like the feel of them.
A true fetish would be that you have to have them involved in the sexual encounter in order to function.
Don't you have to pull them down at some point or something?
Or tear them? Or
what I like to do is actually give her a body massage with them on, and I actually have oral sex with her with them on.
Well, you're going through the pantyhose.
And we either get them wet enough where I can penetrate through them, or else we
he does tear it.
Hole to start, and then we finish it ourselves.
He tears it up.
And then she puts... does she fix them, or just get the next pair out? Use them next time, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
New pair.
All right. Yeah, good times.
One other short question.
Yeah.
What is the average penis length in America?
5.4.
5.4.
Is that what it is?
Is that we decided that?
Yeah, it could have been 5.3.
Yeah.
I don't like to argue too much for lower, though, because it makes me sound, like I'm compensating. But it's under 6. It's quite a bit under 6. We were surprised. 6 was always the given answer, but it turns out it's under 5.5.
It makes me feel good.
All right.
Makes me feel good, too.
Yeah, all men should enjoy.
All right there, Bob.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Good times. Oh, boy, his wife's got to be pissed. His wife said, "Oh, Christ, not another pair of legs. Honey, come on, let me just..."
Do they have those anymore?
I don't know. Do they have the pantyhose that comes in the egg anymore?
Legs?
They have legs?
Yeah.
The young woman in the audience is like, what the hell?
They are in the little egg.
No. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, pantyhose and an egg. Yeah, that's what we had to do.
No.
That's what this... You want to close your eyes, picture the 70s? That was it.
That's
the biggest technological breakthrough there was.
And with a serious piece of considered genius of that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting some pantyhose, put it in an egg. We'll call it legs. Great. Jason?
Yeah?
You're 29?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Well, recently I was diagnosed with being a sex addict, and I was just wondering what the treatment for that was.
How was it you came upon that diagnosis?
Well, I was dealing with some emotions about I had cheated on my wife a couple times, and it wasn't really like cheating, like I screwed someone. I basically just kissed a girl when I was drunk. But it's happened. There's like a cycle that happens that like every 6 months or whatever. I'll go out with some friends or whatever, and then something happens. And I was just kind of wondering, what exactly is the treatment? Or
that does not qualify as sexual addicted. Sexual addiction...
Something happens, you go out and kiss somebody?
Well, it's not so much that. It's just, I got to have sex 2 to 3 times a day.
And does your wife keep...
And then the other part is like being impulsive, I guess, is what, he said is a part of it.
Yes, it is.
And, I was just wondering, what exactly is the treatment for that?
Well, is anyone in your family an addict?
No.
Are you an addict?
You mean as far as like drugs and stuff?
Yeah.
No, we have a history of alcoholism. That's like grandparents and stuff.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Alcoholism, addiction, it's all the same.
Okay.
So you have the biology in your family history.
Right.
Were you sexually abused or exposed to sexual material at a young age? Very young.
Well, there was. Had a weird relationship with my sister when I was like 13.
What happened?
We had sex.
Yeah, well, that would be more than just weird. Okay, yeah, that would be a very serious issue.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Oh yeah, and I have sex with my brother.
And that kind of thing. Those are the things that set you up for sexual addiction. So I agree, sexual addiction is probably a part of this here, and you may be an addict. At least sexual compulsivity and possibly sexual addiction. And
how old was your sister at the time?
She was 2 years younger than me.
Ooh. Yeah. What? And so that was your plan, right?
No, it was kind of mutual. Actually, we were playing house more or less.
How's she doing?
She's kind of messed up.
Yeah. But what about that's the Taboo 2 theme, by the way?
You've dealt with
this issue.
But
I'm not going to start singing, Anderson, if that's what you want. He can do more than you'd ever imagine and do it with style. He does it with me. Oh, yes, he does. All right,
you're scaring our guests. You're scaring them.
All right, I'm sorry. Doesn't everyone know a good porn theme or two? Come on. You didn't sing this at camp? Maybe you did, but you don't. All right, turn it down, Ashton. Please, we have a very serious problem here. He only reveals what he wants you to see and then shows it all. And when he does, he satisfies me. All right, now that's enough. This is serious.
All right, listen.
All right, come on. Hey. Anderson, come on.
Jason.
Down.
Jason.
I have a serious problem here.
Jason.
Yeah.
Okay. There's many different ways to approach this. Are you in individual therapy now?
No, it was a counselor that I'd seen way back when.
Okay.
This was kind of going on.
So some of this. Okay. Individual therapy may have a important role here, and you need to deal with someone who has some experience with these kinds of traumas. Mm-hmm. If it's true addiction, a 12-step model becomes an important part of the treatment. There are sexual addiction 12-step programs, SA. I would suggest you get the SA Big Book, which has a white cover, and it's a lot of good information in there about what is going on with you underneath that helps sort of compulse and create all this impulsivity.
Is that pictures?
No pictures.
And I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. It'd be time. I didn't recommend it to you.
No pictures. I don't understand
but Jason, it is an important thing, Jason. You should attend to it.
Yeah. And what's your sister doing? She's 27. What's she up to?
No, she's 27 now. She's married. She's got a couple kids. She's just, a compulsive liar.
Borderline.
Just have had a lot of problems. I mean,
all right. Is she an addict?
Is she an addict? Not that I'm aware
or
of.
Alcoholic?
How many?
Oh, she does drink quite a bit.
All right. Well, when I say addict, I mean alcoholic.
How many encounters did you have with her?
This went on for probably about 4 or 5 years.
Ooh. Oh, all right. Please, Anderson, no.
Wow.
That is that's bad times.
Well,
that's a big deal.
Right.
That's a big thing, and that's something that you got to look into and
work on. It's going to take a lot of time.
She should look into too.
Well, like I said, I've already dealt with it.
No, your behavior.
How did you deal with it? I don't understand.
Well, I got counseling, and I understand, everything that was wrong with it, and I've come to terms with it.
Well, understanding intellectually what's wrong with it doesn't do much to change the emotional circumstances and the biological results. So, get some real treatment.
Man, I mean, listen, we've all gotten drunk and got it on with our sister, on a Thanksgiving evening or, something like that. But to a 4 or 5 year relationship, I mean, that is eerie. That is bizarre. I mean, this guy won. And think about those years too. I mean, from
12 to 16.
From him, he went 13 to like 17, 18. Well, listen, he said 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
That probably means 5 or 6. I mean, he could have went from 7th grade through first year out of high school or something with this, and she went all the way through her 5th grade, 6th grade through like her senior year. I mean that is bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Thank God they don't have like kids or something.
Well,
that would be a big.
Well, the point is she's got a couple of kids, not with him, obviously, but that's Mama now.
More importantly, guess who Dad is?
Who her dad is? And
no.
His dad is?
No. I know
who she's married to.
Yeah.
With?
Right.
I'd like to take a shotgun to the guy without even meeting him. I really would.
Yeah,
imagine that guy.
Yeah,
Wow.
He's abusing the kids. Guaranteed.
You think so?
Guaranteed.
It's like a pattern, right?
Where was that, Jason? You want to ask about? I bet he's not in the picture. Jason?
Yeah.
What about your brother-in-law?
Okay, what about him?
What kind of guy is he?
What kind of guy is he? A Marine? I don't know. I mean, I really don't know him that well, to be honest with you. He seems like an all right guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he know about this?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
He knows about it?
Huh?
He knows about this?
Knows about it. The whole family knows about it.
Okay.
It was brought to light about 3 years ago.
Well, what did they do with that?
Hold on, I'm so glad I wasn't there. By
26.
the way, when this came up.
You know, I'm sure you are, because I sure wouldn't want to be in it again.
What did they do with that information?
Well, they didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, it was just that, you know, my counselor knew at the time, you know, when it was going on.
When it was going on, and the counselor allowed it to continue?
There was nothing he could do.
He could call Child Protective Services.
Oh, yeah, I suppose, but he didn't do anything.
That is bad news. You need to get back in with a therapist who really, I don't know, I am concerned about the therapist.
I do sort of appreciate the counselor's laissez-faire approach to therapy.
Yeah,
though.
you enjoying it?
I like to get one who never told me what to do or did anything.
Well, you know, I was pretty much like a loner, you know, at that time in my life. I mean, there was, you know, I really didn't have any friends at all.
All right, so how did it all come out with the family?
Well, they all accepted it, actually.
No. What actually went down?
What triggered it?
What went down?
What went down? Well, she lived out of state for about 3-4 years. And when she came back, you know, that's when she came out and said, you know, that I had done this to her. And she said that I also done it to, you know, some other sisters, but that wasn't true. It was just, you know, me and her. And, you know, so it was brought to me, you know, did this happen? And, you know, I said, well, yeah, just with her, but I don't know who else would, you know, say that this has happened, because it hadn't. Well, she had manipulated my sister into thinking that it had. And, you know, about 3 years after it came, or no, 2 years after it came out, my sister finally realized that she was coerced into thinking that it had happened, because, you know, she's being told over and over again.
Right.
So she, you know, been dealing with nightmares and whatnot, but, you know, I've been doing something that I hadn't been. And it was just her way of dealing with the whole thing, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well, Jason, I'll tell you, for a guy who's been through, or at least perpetrated what you've perpetrated, and been through what you've been through, he sounds sort of squared away, almost.
Almost
eerily?
Yeah, scary.
Squared away?
Yeah.
All right. More therapy. Everyone, to the therapist's office. That's what I want. I want a giant bat pole put into the country that just goes right down to the center of the earth, and I'll just yell, just like instead of to the bat cave, I'll yell, to the therapist, and we'll all dive on the pole and go swing down, and then we'll do one of those spin things. But it will be on the sofa.
With the bat coming out.
Yeah. And I'll go like, my mother ignored me. Pow! Izabella Miko's here, and so is Johnathon Schaech. The movie is The Forsaken. That is coming out this Friday. We'll take ourselves a little break. I'm going to mop my brow because I think it's getting hot in here.
Yes.
And we'll be back after this. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew over there. Izabella Miko and Johnathon Schaech are both here tonight from The Forsaken. That is a horror movie which is coming out this Friday.
Horror thriller.
Yeah.
Thriller.
Fantasy, myth.
Vampire.
Action.
Yeah. What's your scariest movie? What rattled your bones, like growing up? We'll start with Izabella. You got...
I don't know, really. I never liked vampire movies or scary movies, but I actually watched What Lies Beneath like a year ago, and that really scared me.
That was a good thriller.
It was really good.
That was probably
me out.
a little even more thriller than horror.
Than horror.
Yeah. You ever
a good story and everything.
Ever see The Shining?
Oh, yeah. So that one. Woof.
Yeah. First Halloween got me pretty good.
Friday the 13th.
Exorcist, yeah.
Silence of the Lambs got me.
Yeah. That was a good one. The Evil Dead. Good low budget.
There you go. Bruce Campbell.
Horror movie, yeah.
Have you seen It?
Yeah.
With, what's it called? A clown eating little kids? That scared me.
Yeah.
It was
That sounds like a Bobcat film.
Yeah. Drew, see anything scary? Yeah, you're Exorcist, man.
Yeah,
right? You're old school.
Yeah, I don't like scary movies either. I don't want to,
You don't want to jinx this one, but you don't like it, huh? Yeah. I don't like the ones that are pure thriller. Like I wasn't that freaked out by like Rosemary's Baby. I wasn't too much thrill and not enough kill. Yeah. I guess too much setup. Yeah, psychological thrillers. I'm not really into that. I like to see a little blood. Monica?
Yes.
You're 23?
Yeah.
What's up?
I have 3 girls, but my oldest one does some sort of masturbation thing, like daily. And I just woke my littlest one up. But she does this masturbation thing daily, and she doesn't touch herself, but she, like, squeezes her little butt together, and she buries her face in a pillow and makes noises. When she comes up, she's bright red and all sweaty on the face, and just concerned a little.
How old is she?
She's 4?
She's going to be 4 on Monday.
What kind of environment is she living in?
She's living in a good environment, I imagine.
Not too chaotic or stimulating.
Do you think, does it have to be a sexual thing she's doing?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, Monica, why do you read it that way?
Well, because it looks like, I asked her what she's doing, she says, my nunu, that's what we call her private spot, and
right.
And she says, I'm doing my tickle thing, so what else do I think?
My grandma refers to hers as the old. a little twist on the nunu.
Well, I don't think you should worry about it.
I tell her to go do it by herself because she lays in the middle of the floor, but now she goes and does it in her room or under the table, but she still makes a loud noise. It's a little concerned.
Well, is like a climax or during it?
While she's doing it, she'll go, like she's pushing real hard or something. I don't know.
Well, certainly do not shame her about the behavior.
That's what I don't do.
Keep your eyes open. Make sure there's not something that she's being exposed to. Is she in daycare or anything like that?
No.
You're around her all the time.
At home, and me and my husband are with her all the time.
How's your husband?
Huh?
Your husband?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing okay, I suppose.
What's he do for a living?
Right now he's sitting on unemployment.
How come?
Because his line of work is shut down.
Okay, what does he do for a living?
He's a cable tech.
Cable tech? And he works for like a cable company?
Yeah, he's like subcontractors for AT&T and stuff.
People, what, is it satellite, the dish that's screwing him up? Or
what's a very active field? Why is it shut down for him?
I'm not sure why it's shut down, because they have big projects going on up here between the city and...
Yeah, why isn't he working?
Well, because budget problems.
Yeah.
What kind of problems?
Does he drink? Or?
Does he drink?
That's him.
He's got a slight drinking problem.
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah. Hey, here's the deal. I have found in my vast experience.
Where's my bourbon?
The guys who don't work are guys who they don't want working. Pretty much. It's not that things have slowed down. It's that they slowed the guy down because he's drunk or not doing a good job.
Yeah. That's why we were questioning it.
Yeah, 3 kids?
Yeah, I do. I have 3 little girls.
Seems like a lot for a guy who's not working.
Yeah.
You guys, you want to slow that down a little bit?
What was that?
Maybe no more kids for, I don't know, give it 6 weeks?
He's fixed, thank you.
Good.
Oh, yeah,
and then he obviously needs some recovery in his life, and I am modestly concerned about what...
I'm pushing towards that.
Good, and I'm modestly concerned what he might be doing when he's loaded.
Well, that's a different issue tonight.
Yeah. Is he there now?
Yeah.
All right, so you don't want to get into that?
Be cussing.
Is he drunk now?
No, I wouldn't. I didn't like it tonight, so I said, "Don't go get any beer."
Has she been your daughter exposed to any aggression?
Aggression, like anger?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a good anger problem, but not not towards my kids. No,
Yeah, but that's when I asked you about her environment.
Yeah.
If she's in a very stimulating, uncomfortable, arousing, traumatizing environment, none of it has to be directed at her. Kids will sometimes start to stimulate in this way. And addicted family systems are great setups for sort of inappropriate sexual behaviors in young kids.
Remember my plan about overtaking a large island and getting Bill Cosby and Felicia Rashad to raise all the children of this country?
Yeah.
You laughed. But I think you're on board now, aren't you?
Oh, I didn't mean to laugh. Did I ever laugh at that?
I think you mocked. I think you mocked a little bit. Thought it was unrealistic. Not looking like such a bad plan anymore, is it?
It's so routine now.
Take these 3 kids, get them out of the unemployed alcoholic dude's 1-bedroom apartment, and right over to that island with Bill Cosby. Big fat sweater, reading them Mother Goose every night.
Wouldn't that be
Taking
nice?
care of them.
But isn't it interesting how that whole thing unfolded?
Yeah, slowly
perfect family, everything's great, 2 parents at home, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but these things segued into I can't talk right now.
Yes.
I was scared for her. Like, the guy is going to...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And These things, ladies and gentlemen, do not happen for no reason.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right. So
take an honest look at
3 little girls.
She's got to get him, and he's got to get him into some recovery.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what is that little girl doing?
She's masturbating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids.
She doesn't know what she's doing. Obviously.
No, she's just self-stimulating. She's just trying to. She's arousing, and
I didn't know kids could do that.
Some can, some can't, and I've seen. I'm not a child specialist by any means, but I'll tell you, in families where there's addicts doing their thing, and I get involved in the treatment. Oftentimes, what you'll see is kids like exposing themselves and doing some inappropriate sexual behaviors, not overt, not sexualized behaviors. They won't, sexually abuse other kids or try to have sex, but they'll self-stimulate and they'll expose themselves and do real aggressive kinds of sexual things.
Why?
No one knows. It's part. I guess maybe somebody has some theories, but to me, it's part of when the arousal systems are prematurely activated. It necessarily spills into a sexual element.
All right. Let's talk to April, who's 18.
Hello.
April?
Yep.
What's up?
Let's see. This is my situation. I've been with 5 different people, and never, any time in any of those relationships, have I ever really been sexually aroused.
Mm-hmm. Did you have sex with these guys?
Yeah, the first time is like, it's fun, it's great, it's good, but after that, it's just boring. And I'm in a relationship right now. I've been with him for a little over a year, and it's just me. I'm like, okay, if we're going to do it, let's do it. Let's be quick about it, be done. And he's like, let's go.
We should get together.
Good time.
Yeah. Sure.
So
I like that.
Well, I need to know how to fix it. I'm not into it. He's always wanting to do it.
Yeah, well, I suspect.
I never want to.
Yeah. You know what my instinct on this would be? Let's pretend you're not in a relationship right now, which what you should be, frankly, is you should be dating guys and just figuring out what it is you want and who you want. You don't know what you want right now. You're sort of unnecessarily and prematurely involved in these intense, close relationships you're just not into. You don't love these guys.
And
you need to really, you got to go out there, figure out who you are, figure out what kind of person you want to be involved with, and find somebody you fall.
5 guys, though.
She said 5 people.
Not into them.
Unbelievable.
Are they all guys? Have they all been guys?
Yes, they're all guys.
Yeah.
I've been with the jerks. I've been with, I've been with everybody, and this guy is like, I love him to death, and I care about him a lot, and I think maybe some of my past relationships, and some of the things that have happened to me before maybe do this.
Like what?
Just, I've had boyfriends that would, say, if you want, before I had a car, they'd be like, if you want to get home, then you're going to do this for me, or, and my best friend's father, tried to mess with me one time that I spent the night at her house, and that kind of got a little crazy.
Why? Because you told on him, or?
No, I didn't tell on him, and nobody knows except for the guy I'm with right now.
Why did it get crazy? Did you do something with him?
No, I was just lying in the bed.
Did he have sex with you?
No, he didn't have sex with me. He tried. He got real close, and he just kept pushing himself on me and pushing himself on me.
Where was your friend?
My best friend was right next to me, sleeping on the floor.
And
how old were you?
I was like, let's see, probably about 13 or 14.
Yeah. This guy sounds like a dynamite individual that I'd like to get to know better.
Punch him.
Yeah. Christ. Hey, April. It just seems like your dad's not around.
No, my dad's a great guy. He lives in South Carolina. I visit him every other weekend.
Yeah, he's not around.
You get along with him?
I get along great with my dad.
Yeah, and
there's nothing screwed up there. We're
all right. Your mom? How about your mom?
My mom's real great. We have a real good mother-daughter relationship.
Perfect.
Out with her.
Perfect relationship, right?
Perfect, yeah.
Perfect.
But nothing. So perfect relationship with mom and with dad.
Yeah. They're divorced.
Yeah. When did dad leave?
I was like maybe 4.
Ooh. Did he cheat on mom?
No.
Yeah?
I think it was the other way around.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's I got some cheating energy here.
Yeah.
Hey, April, as a girl at 18, you haven't hit your stride yet, physically or intimately. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Some girls bloom a little bit later than others. It doesn't sound like you're into this guy that much.
Okay.
And it sounds like you got some energy for guys.
No. There's a book out there called "But I Love Him."
There is?
Yeah, it's about
pictures.
Yeah, and it's about teenage women and the way they conduct themselves in these relationships and this nonsense.
Before I ever had sex, before I even ever had sex, I could get turned on just like a switch, and it would just, easy. And then that very first time I had sex, it was just like blah. And it's been, nobody's really, I've never really hit the big O. And, I tell you, I think I do it in my dreams and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like, I'll wake up and just be
okay. All right. So you're very much in love with this guy.
Very much.
No.
Yes.
Really? All right. Then why don't you? I don't know. Just work at it intimately.
With no one. I mean, even anybody. I could be with anybody else, and it might be like one time, and then it's boring.
Does he go down on you?
Yes, he's good, but it's just.
Does he use my carpet bombing technique?
Oh, God. No, he's really good, and it's, he's not, like, small or anything. He's just really good. there's nothing. No one, no...
All right, why don't you...
Therapy, I say.
Yeah, therapy, and why don't you get a vibrator and see if you can't loosen yourself up a little bit? Huh?
I get the distinct vibe.
I get angry guys. Like freaked out about guys.
Not operating in reality with her. Not really seeing things as they really are. Angry guy is part of that. But choosing guys that she's not into, can't trust them, can't get in with them, can't open up to them, angry and.
But I love them. I love them to death. I love them to death. I love them to death. I don't think you're having a real intimate relationship with this person.
No.
And that's all right. It just maybe a few years off or a little therapy off.
Your body's telling you something.
Yeah, why don't you just...
But she wasn't into
I've been with 5 other guys.
I understand you've been with other guys, but you're not... Well, you're 16, 17, 15. I mean, you're just not in that place yet. You got to open yourself up. I'm thinking some therapy and just some time off.
Yes, time. That's what I open with.
Right.
Out of a relationship, time off.
All right. I get, on this show, we only get to talk to people for a couple of minutes, and it's kind of hard to figure out from the information exactly what's going on all the time, and plus they spin things their own directions. But we both kind of get vibes from people. It's just their cadence and their tone and the vibe that they have. And I got that not comfortable in their own skin, not relaxed. Just a little anger in a sense, but making up for everything. My dad's the greatest guy. Mom's great. Cheated on dad. Probably drove dad away, maybe, but everything's great. Love him to death
all the time. Twice a month in North Carolina.
Right.
Wait a minute, you'll see him all the time.
All right, let's take ourselves a little break. We're talking about the Forsaken tonight, out this Friday. Everybody in a theater near you. And when we come back, we'll speak to Anna. She's 18. Walked in on her boyfriend and brother having sex. This will be good. Yeah, it is the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Izabella, Miko, and Johnathon Schaech are both here tonight from The Forsaken, coming out this Friday in a theater near you. Go there and be scared. You should be so scared. Well, you shouldn't be so scared that you don't go, but you should evacuate your bowels before you go into the theater.
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
There will be a nurse stationed at the end of every aisle in case people pass out or evacuate.
The film is like The Lost Boys.
Yeah.
But
better.
better.
Lost Boys are...
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
A lot of cool guys who weren't working anymore, right?
No. Well, Kiefer's now going to play...
Kiefer's in that. That's right.
Where's Jason Patrick? Where's he been?
He's doing up a film up in Toronto.
He went down with the
Ray
Titanic.
Liotta.
You didn't see that? He didn't make it.
He didn't make it on the Titanic.
He went down in a boat. It wasn't Titanic. It was Speed 2 that he went down.
It was the bus.
That's the boat he crashed. This guy sunk 2 ships. I wouldn't want to go out. I wouldn't want to go out bass fishing with the guy. I'm just saying, it'd be very ironic if he went at sea. Then a maritime disaster took him down. Anna?
Yeah?
You're 18?
Yeah.
You walked in on your boyfriend with your brother?
Mm-hmm.
Is he still your boyfriend?
I haven't talked to him since I haven't been home yet.
When did this happen?
Last weekend.
And you ran away from home right then?
No, I've been staying at a friend's house.
Do you live with your boyfriend?
Yeah, he lives with me.
Did you know
Hold on, he lives with you.
Did you kick him out, or you moved out?
I didn't kick him out. He's there as far as I know.
Is it your mutual house?
No, not really.
It's yours, right?
Huh?
It's yours.
Yeah.
Well, you should be there.
Wait a minute. I'm still...
Yeah.
You guys have an apartment together?
Yeah, kind of. He pays, like, the phone bill and stuff like that, but I pay the rent.
Okay, so you guys were moved out in an apartment?
No, I've been living on my own for a little while.
For how long?
For just, like, 2 years.
Since you were 16?
Yeah.
In your own apartment?
Why?
A bad home situation and things like that.
What's the situation?
My mom's a drug user, and I don't like being around her at all.
Okay. And your brother's a piece of work, too, right?
Yeah.
Did you know your brother was gay?
I don't think he's gay. He has a girlfriend.
Well, he sure blows a lot of guys for a guy who's not gay.
Did you know your boyfriend had that tendency?
I had no idea.
Well, he's not gay either. He's got a girlfriend.
Right.
Santa. No one's gay.
No one's gay.
What were they doing when you walked in?
My boyfriend was on top of my brother. My brother was laying on his stomach on the bed, and their clothes were off.
Oh. Well, they could have been wrestling. What happened to me once?
Yeah.
Hot day, you're wrestling, clothes come off, you mount the guy.
Your butt up in the air.
Hey, it's better than a half Nelson, let me tell you. I'll get a guy to say uncle in a hurry. Oh, baby. All right, so everything's a mess, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the guy, your boyfriend needs to go.
He's out.
Yeah, I mean, not just because he's cheating, not because he's gay, because he would do something as egregious as act out on a sibling. That is
mean.
Yeah, that's the no-go. That's the got to get out of here thing. All right, and your brother, I don't know. Hopefully you'll heal that in some way someday. But he's obviously a piece of work.
How old is your brother?
17.
And he's
we're like a little bit over. Our birthdays fall just right, so we're right there, a year apart.
Yep, and he's living at home still with.
No, he's living with me.
So you guys live all together?
People live in the same...
All three of us.
Okay, so now these two were doing God knows what to the furniture. Well, you're where?
I was at the store, and I came home, and I was looking for him, and they were in my room.
Right, but you're where? Staying with a friend now?
I'm at a friend's house.
Have they tried to look? Have they been looking?
Her mom keeps yelling at me to get off the phone, so...
Have they been looking for you, your brother and...
I don't know.
What is the girl... Why did they want you off the phone?
Huh? Oh, because it's so late.
This is your mom, your friend's mom wants you off the horn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Anna?
Yeah.
Well, you got your work cut out for you. You're working, though? You're making money?
Yeah.
Okay, don't lose your job.
Yeah.
Keep it together. Don't get strung out on drugs. Kick these two a-holes out of the apartment.
Yeah.
And
live by yourself.
Just be on your own for a little while.
Let the rent sort of go, get them kicked out on their own.
Yeah.
And find a new apartment.
Listen, everybody, it's okay, especially girls, it's okay to take a few months out and regroup in life.
And feel independent. It's such a great feeling to sort of...
Just look after your own ass for just a few months. You just don't... Do you need the chaotic a-hole in the life all the time? Just like a stepping stone from one to the other to the next? I mean, you show me somebody who can be on their own for a little while, and I'll show you a relatively sane person, or crazy insane. It's one or the other. But that's what she needs to do. She needs to take control of her life. I know it sounds like a cliche. True?
The world is your oyster.
All right.
I mean, because that's all the world is.
That is so out of context. I was either high or possibly high when I said that. I know I was kidding. There's no way I was serious when I said it.
No, I remember it.
No, I am a fine actor, Drew.
100% serious.
You were
I'm
lecturing.
a fine actor. And that's what you got out of that. Okay? There goes Drew's high horse, or maybe it's my high horse.
Yeah, I believe it's yours.
All right, Izabella and Johnathon are both here from The Forsaken, which is out this Friday. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. Hey, Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew, wherever he may be. Who's that riff by? Anderson? I haven't heard that one in a little while. I like that riff.
Sum 41.
Yeah, that's old Sum 41. That's right. Izabella Miko is here tonight, along with Johnathon Schaech from The Forsaken, which is coming out. A very scary movie coming out this Friday.
Terrifying.
You can cause addiction, Adam. Did you know that?
Speaking of addiction, that's what the vampires have. They have an addiction.
Yeah, for blood?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to have it.
That's the difference between these vampires and other vampires.
Yeah, they need blood.
I thought they needed it to survive.
They do.
Yeah,
it's looked at as like a crack addict's need.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A drug
Also, blood
addiction.
disease.
Yeah, it's a blood disease.
Yeah, it's a blood disease.
They
can be treated with drugs.
Now, do these guys, do they have an accent? I mean, do they need blood or they need blood?
Hi, I'm Phil. I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
They listen to Loveline. They're driving the... you guys are both in it.
They're usually from... oh, we didn't know.
Another film.
They're usually from some Eastern European country.
I know,
or,
but
or from England.
Wherever Latka was from. That's where the... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Baltic.
Hungarian.
Yeah, Baltic.
A lot of the time. That's why I don't visit that part of the country. Well, you're from Poland,
I'm from
right?
Poland.
They have vampires there?
No.
No?
No. Not as far as I know.
All right. Mike?
Mike? Sleeping?
Yeah.
There you are.
What's up? You're 22.
Yeah, I had a question about homosexuality. If it's been proven that you're born with it, or if it comes later in life, if you're abused, or...
Well, only your hairdresser knows.
Yeah, this is a controversial issue, but it appears that there are...
It's both.
Like with every human behavior, there are genetic elements and there's environmental elements. And for some people, it's a predominantly environmental issue that brings it on, and for others, they're born that way.
What's your opinion?
No, that point
That's it.
That's
Both.
it. That's my opinion. It's both.
Yeah. We tend to like the born with it folks more than the environmental folks in anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Some people were a certain way the minute they were born.
Yeah.
Some guys were meant to be gay. Some guys were meant to play sports.
Yeah.
Some guys were meant to snowboard.
I was actually in a ballet school for a couple of years, and that's, we had a lot of guys that were straight when they went into ballet school, and then they turned into gay. And
really?
Because ballet makes you sort of more feminine and more in touch with your body.
They were gay to begin with. They just sort of brought it out.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I saw it. I've seen this happen.
Well, stretching makes you gay. That's proven. I mean, guys who stretch
yoga?
So they can reach the penis.
It's the tights, it's the nylons.
It is.
There's something about being limber and being gay
Back
that
to nylons
go
again.
hand in hand. You show me a guy who can't touch his toes, I'll show you a straight guy. You know what I'm saying? Mike, you gay?
No, not whatsoever.
Right.
I had another quick question.
Not limber at all, are you?
No, whatsoever.
There you go. See?
I have a quick question. Before I had my son, when I was 17, through 15 and 17, methamphetamines was part of my life, and I used it every day. And I wonder if that could affect my metabolism now.
No, it can affect your brain function now, but not your metabolism.
Whatsoever, not my metabolism?
No, but your brain function. Well, if you have a metabolism problem, get your thyroid checked.
Yeah.
But the high-dose amphetamine will do basically the same thing as a few exposures to ecstasy, which is to disturb the serotonin function in the emotional centers of the brain.
What's up with your metabolism now?
Yeah.
After I had my son, I was about 180 pounds to have my son, and now, I bumped up 100 pounds. I'm 280 now.
And
it's hard to drop it. I'm only 22 years old.
Is your vagina all stretched out? Or
are you doing any other drugs?
No. I've been clean since I had my son.
You're not smoking pot?
Nope, no bud.
Are you eating the same and everything?
No.
You know what? I have a more craving for sweets now that I got off the mess, but
that's actually common.
Yeah, and I'm active. I go to work, I surf, I ride dirt bikes. I'm active, but I can't push the weight. I can't get it off.
Well, a couple of things. A, when you're doing speed, you just tend not to eat so much. Say A, number one. And B, number two, some guys grow into their sort of adult body, and that's kind of where they're at.
Yeah, how tall are you?
6'1".
Yeah, that may be your man's body, not your teenager's body.
But maybe get a dietary plan going, get on some cardio,
yeah,
20 minutes
exercise,
a day.
definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, when do you think guys put on that weight and become that adult?
It's late 20s usually, isn't it?
I would think.
It's late 20s.
But still, there's usually a pretty good difference between a 16, 17-year-old guy and a 22, 23-year-old guy, usually. Isn't there that kind of adult body?
No, because
is that more like late 20s?
It's late 20s.
It's eating habits, too.
Yeah, but some guys, they're scrawny little people in high school, and you see them 15 years later, and they're like kind of stocky, thick. Different men. They look different.
But it's not necessarily. It's not like they got fat.
No,
it's like they came
like
into
they
their
filled
adult
out.
body.
Yeah.
It's the difference, I guess, between 30-year-old guys and 15-year-old guys. It's not that they're necessarily fat 15-year-olds. It's that they're
he's also taking care of his kid now, and instead of running off and doing drugs.
He's eating sugars all the time too. Yeah. That's gratifying. That same system.
Elizabeth.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you're 20. What's up?
Yeah, I have never had my period on my own. When I was 16, they put me on the pill, and then that gave me my period. And then I think around March of my freshman year at college, I went off for a year, and I didn't have my period. And then they put me back on the pill, and then I just went off again in January.
And no period.
Yeah, no period.
Have you been evaluated for why this is occurring?
Yeah, they gave me the MRI when I was 16 for
ovarian
just
cysts,
the pituitary glands or whatever.
Oh, MRI of the head. Okay.
And then I had a that's like pretty much. I think I'm going. The reason they put me off on January is because I went to see. I don't know what you call it, the hormone doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to see, like, what my levels are.
Okay.
And so I go, excuse me, I go back next month.
What was that? It's like Foster Brooks. It's like,
and then he's going to check my blood work, kind of see what's up.
all right, well, that sounds like an appropriate plan, because you really don't have a diagnosis at this point. All you know is you don't have your period. And there's a lot of different reasons for that.
Is he doing blood work, or is he doing the blood work?
Blood.
Do you have any idea, like, because, I mean, I'm going to be 21 in a month.
Could be a lot of things, Elizabeth. It could be with something called hypothalamic pituitary axis dysfunction, which means although there's nothing structurally wrong with your pituitary,
what I was thinking.
It doesn't work normally. There can be abnormalities with the uterus. There can be abnormalities with the ovaries. Polycystic ovarian disease sometimes will do this sort of thing. There's a number of different things.
You might be like sometimes when you're too skinny, when you don't weigh enough.
Anorectic, overworking out, that kind of thing can do it.
How's everything else going?
Everything else is good. Do you think it couldn't be like diabetes or something, could it?
Well, why do you bring that up?
Because I think my dad was just saying that I think one of my, I don't know, it's in the family.
All right, well, diabetes is a very easy thing to diagnose, okay?
Oh.
And they would have picked that up already. However, the reason it's interesting that you bring this up, there's something called polycystic ovarian syndrome that is associated with insulin resistance and we believe may lead to diabetes later in life, and that is a significant and important thing to rule out. And some of the features of that might be suppressed if you're on the pill.
All right. Well, she's going in. She's getting the blood worked up, and everything will be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Randy.
Yeah.
You're 14.
Yeah.
What's up?
On Sunday night, I swallowed 2 razor blades.
Ooh.
And last night I swallowed 2 as well.
What's going on?
Huh?
Why did you swallow razor blades?
I'm just kind of having a really hard time with my family situation and stuff.
What's the situation?
My mom, she uses meth, and I was taken out of the home about 2 years ago. I'm living with my grandparents now. I've been in and out of residential treatments and psychiatric hospitals. And
why didn't they hospitalize you after the razor blades?
Nobody knows about it.
So are they in you?
Yeah.
How's that work there, Drew? And I never hear about that anymore. I mean, didn't it used to be a way that people tried to kill themselves, or was it just a Halloween thing? Or
Does she have to go to the hospital?
Yeah, she should go to the hospital.
When you start passing razor blades, that's not.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I passed a razor blade after eating a muffaletta in New Orleans, but it wasn't actually a razor blade.
The theory is that if something passes your esophagus, if it makes it through the esophagus, it'll make it the rest of the way. However, I have no experience with razor blade swallowing, frankly, and I would be real concerned about this. I would hope you'd get evaluated.
Well, if you swallowed the razor blade yesterday...
Yeah, the day before,
and the day before, would you have moved them?
Just about by now, yeah.
Randy?
No,
I haven't yet.
You haven't been on the toilet?
It's just going to hurt, you would think. You got to be seen, Brandy, right? Would you please?
Yeah.
Where are you living now?
I live up in Portland.
But are you in a residential home?
No, I'm living with my grandparents.
Oh, right. And do you really want to kill yourself?
Sometimes.
Well, right now.
Right this second?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Is it because of Drew? Is it his nauseating voice?
Don't you think you ought to maybe check into a psychiatric hospital where you can be someplace safe where these impulses aren't so...
Well, no, because I'm sick of them. I've been in psychiatric hospital like 4 or 5 times and just...
Yeah.
I don't like it.
What about your
therapy.
What about the grandparents? Are they all right?
They're fine.
If you tell them, how are they going to react?
I don't know. I don't want to tell them. I don't tell them anything.
So you've not told anybody that you swallowed these razor blades?
No.
God, that's weird. I mean, see, normally...
And can you... This is one we need to follow up on, all right? Brandy, would you just commit to us that you're going to tell somebody tonight so you can get to proper care, please?
Tell somebody?
Tell someone.
I don't think I can.
So then you do want to die?
No, I just... Okay.
Well, you do or you don't?
I do. I'm kind of having second thoughts on it right this second just because I don't know exactly what's going to happen and how painful it's going to be. But, I don't know, I guess I do want to die. I don't...
You don't sound like you want to die.
Huh?
Isn't there something worth living for now?
Not really.
Why not?
I just got expelled from school.
Yeah.
It just, everything's just kind of going down.
What else?
My mom won't at all commit to trying to stop.
Yeah, but that's your mom. Your mom's a drug addict. That's reality. Let go of that. Yeah, we gotta let go of that. She has to take care of herself, but you gotta take care of yourself.
And you're so young too. You have so much ahead of you.
You have anything you enjoy?
No.
No music? No nothing? No guys?
Really. Snowboarding, I guess, but season's over.
Yeah. Well, there'll be another one, you know.
Yeah. So I gotta wait.
Yeah. You gotta, you gotta wait a little bit, but there'll be another snowfall, and you get your snowboard back out. And, you can theoretically kill yourself snowboarding, actually. That'd probably be the more logical plan.
It'd be more fun, anyway.
It's certainly more effective from the people I know who've gone snowboarding. Hey, Brandy, you got to do something. You got to talk to somebody. You have to call. I don't know who she calls. Call hospital.
Well, would you at least talk to a suicide hotline?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could do that.
You promise you'll do that at least?
Yeah.
All right. We have a 800 number. It's actually 1-800-SUICIDE.
Okay.
Very simple.
That's nice.
All right.
Plain and simple.
Yeah, and in case we've also got Child Help USA, which is 1-800.
Hold on.
Well, let her get a pen there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, 422-4453. But we'd like to talk to you in a week or two and just see how you're doing, and we want you to be around when we call next time.
Okay.
It hurts to think that you would do yourself in. There's I guarantee you, tons of people that you would learn to care about and who undoubtedly care about you even now. And that helps life be meaningful when it's difficult to find meaning in life. It's there.
Okay.
All right, Brandy, call those numbers, please.
Hold on though, because we want to follow up with you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take care. The razor blade is like.
Is that a common way to?
No,
well,
I've
never heard of this.
I'm involved in lots of suicides and never razor blade.
This is crazy.
But it seemed to be like it's like an old school thing, isn't it?
It seems like it, doesn't it?
Very cruel.
Just the thought of it though, it's one of those like fingernails on the blackboard.
Yeah.
I hope maybe it was a Mach 3 or something with the big lips.
Disposable.
It wasn't a double-edged,
They don't come too,
you know what I'm saying?
too often.
Yeah, it probably was not a double-edged blade. You know what I'm saying?
The other ones are even thinner.
Oh God!
All right. You wouldn't get through past your tongue. You'd so slice your tongue up.
All right. Well, I tell you, Drew, I may kill myself after tonight. I really might. Tonight's been
it's been tough.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a heavy night.
It's the Forsaken that's coming.
That eerie quality to your guys' movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some sort of evil wind has blown through this place.
We bring that.
Drew was blowing a pretty mean wind through this place about 2 weeks ago. Remember that?
Oh, that was nasty.
Yeah, you ate the scallions, or what I'm saying.
Good times.
Drew, when someone, they don't have anyone in their lives, obviously. Are they ever pushed to find the creative juices?
Mm-hmm. Great creativity is a solution to despair. Absolutely.
At 14 years old, can you attach to your creativity very easily?
No. It's easier and perhaps more efficient to attach to other people, to find meaning through that connectedness of other.
Yeah.
And
So she's
being able
trying-
to trust that, though, is what the hard part is. She's been so abused and neglected and abandoned and whatnot.
So she thinks the next step is to swallow razor blades and get her mom to quit doing drugs. So
It's more I hate myself, and I'll show you how much.
Stuart?
Yeah.
You're 21?
Yep.
What's up?
When I was 15, I was going to high school. I had a teacher. She was my English teacher, and she was pretty whack lady. She seduced me into living with her, and all kinds of mess. That continued for like...
Seduce you into what?
Living with her.
Living, yeah.
Yeah, living with her.
At 15?
Yeah.
You moved in with your teacher at 15?
Yeah.
What'd your parents say?
They weren't too happy with that.
Why didn't they speak to the school?
They did.
They did?
Oh, yeah.
And what?
Did they fire
him? Yeah, eventually.
Eventually?
They tried to keep it pretty quiet, though. I think they didn't want to go in public or anything.
Who are your parents?
They made a movie about this.
Yeah.
How long...
Nicole Kidman played the teacher.
How long did you live with her?
Well, I lived with her about, I don't know, a couple months or something. Then they took me to my parents took me to a wilderness program in Arizona.
What kind of program?
Oh, Outward Bound?
No, I've heard of Outward Bound. It was actually Anasazi.
Well, it was the same thing. They just take troublemakers. They take them backpacking for 6 months and hope they tire them out.
It was 2.5 months for me.
Did that work for you?
Actually, I was really happy when I got back, but it only took me a couple days or a week to get back into that whole mess again.
With the teacher?
Yeah.
And how long did that go on?
Years, until I was 17, I guess.
All right. And then what? They broke it off and that was it?
Or you woke up
eventually, I eventually started to realize what this lady was all about, and I decided she was pretty strange. I didn't want to be with her.
Yeah, flawed. And how long was? And she was not teaching anymore.
No.
Okay. And so now what?
Now I'm suing the school district for like $1 million.
I see. Why?
You are an asshole.
Why are you suing them? I mean, what did they do? They didn't. Did they not? They didn't know about it.
They didn't intervene.
Well, yeah. My mom went in there with notes that she had taken from a phone conversation she had listened to. That we were being all lovey-dovey and stuff.
All right.
That right there should have sparked a huge investigation.
All right, but why do you feel you feel used or betrayed?
Well, recently I had this girlfriend. She was too young. She was living with a lady. The lady called the cops on me. I went to jail for 3 months.
All right.
That sparked the bitterness against society, and I went and talked to a lawyer. Got things rolling.
Okay. Hold on a second there, Stuart. We got to talk about you. I hate everyone who files a lawsuit for anything. I don't care if you burned over 90% of your body because the Matterhorn exploded while you were waiting in line. I still hate you for lawsuits. Stuart sounds like he was screwed by his teacher.
Indeed.
Literally. Figuratively. Right. It sounds like the school board dropped the ball. He also sounds like a terribly troubled, antisocial, semi-dangerous, sociopathic guy himself.
What state is this?
He's calling from Utah.
Yeah. What's the age?
I think it's 11 in Utah.
Age of consent, I don't know.
I don't know what he wants from us, though, Stuart. What you're suing them, and how's it going?
But it's looking actually pretty good as far as me getting what I'm asking for.
Okay, but
my whole opinion on it is exactly actually your opinion. That I hate everybody who sues anybody for any reason.
All right.
And I came to grips with the fact that society isn't my problem. I'm my problem.
Right. Oh, that's good.
Good for you.
Now I'm in love with Stuart, by the way.
But so now I'm just confused on the whole situation of me suing and everything.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't mind him suing because
I think he has. Yeah.
Now we're okay with him suing, right?
Now that he's not okay with it, I'm okay with it.
Okay, all right.
Here's something to worry about, though, Stuart. And I know this sounds a cliche, and it's as old as the Bible, but if you got your hands on, $452,000 cash, you might blow your brains out, not with a gun, but just screw your life up royally in about you could blow through it in a year or 2 years, and you could be hooked on God knows what by the time that period was over. I mean, I had a friend who got just a small amount of it, just like $15,000, and he just went flying off the deep end. I mean, that's my friends, but he just quit his job, started doing blow, moved to Hawaii, lived in a hotel for 4 months.
For $15,000?
That's pretty good.
It was probably more like $13,000. Oh, but that, you're living in North Hollywood making $280 a week, $13,000 is as much money as you're ever going to see at any one time. Stuart?
Yeah.
Yeah, prepare yourself that if you do win a settlement,
somebody else administers it.
Have it go somewhere. Have it go into some T-bills or something. Get it invested. Don't put yourself on a sort of a diet with it. Don't freak out with it.
Stay away from tech stocks.
Well, I've done drugs, and I've had a pretty serious weed problem for a couple of years, 3 or 4 years. But actually, I don't do any drugs anymore.
Okay, but why don't you look at make yourself your project to get yourself in shape for when the time comes a year from now or 8 months from now or whatever it is that you actually receive some sort of settlement check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he sounds like the kind of guy that might just spin out.
Right onto heroin.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll take ourselves a break. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is John Favreau, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yeah. Izabella, Miko, and Johnathon Schaech are our guests tonight. They are from The Forsaken, which is coming out this Friday in a theater near you. You just missed John Favreau. Yeah. Yeah, in The Drop.
I missed that.
John Favreau drives Drew nuts.
Hi, this is John Favreau.
There he is.
Don't understand why.
No, we're big buddies.
I like the guy.
I know John. Yeah,
big buddies.
Nice guy.
Really
I like him.
No problem. We just got a big fight one time. And
Did you really?
That's it.
I can see. Well,
yeah, he was.
About Jan felt himself to be an expert in the mental health field, and he was advising a very sick young man not to take his medicines.
Is a doctor. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. There's only Drew's policy is there's only room for one geek in the studio.
So 2 geeks. Oh, is John a geek?
TV or radio.
Hi, this is John Favreau, and
start horning into your geek turf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The medications.
Oh yeah.
Prescriptions.
I'll vouch for it. John is a good guy.
Wonderful. Hey, dear friend, dear friend. Never seen him.
Good writer,
dear. Genius and dear.
Not a doctor.
I like him.
Right.
Antoinette?
Yes.
You're 33?
Yes.
What's up?
I have a daughter who is going to be 13 soon, and luckily we're very close, and we happened to be out to dinner the other day having our normal discussion, and she told me that one of her friends, but I have to promise not to tell, is, and it's not a close friend, is giving blowjobs to the other
How did you know that?
Wow.
I read it on the monitor.
Just blowing Jonathan, that's how he knows.
She's blowing a few boys.
Oh, I see. Not
Your daughter.
No,
friend.
my daughter.
And you're aware that as amazing as it is, that's fairly common behavior these days.
As amazing as it is, yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, I mean, when I was discussing it with my daughter, she sees it, thank God. She says, it's really sad that she has to find self-esteem that way.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
She'll turn out to be a lesbian.
So,
go ahead.
No, I don't think so. She has a boyfriend, but she just doesn't think that you need to.
Well, that's good.
Right.
But anyways, so my concern is, I told my daughter I think probably something's happening in the household, and maybe that's causing her to act like that.
Or maybe it had happened at one time, sure.
Right, and she says, no, people have stayed over there. Apparently the mom has
lets them have teenage couple sleepovers.
Well, that's a hint that something's going on at that house.
Right, that's kind of what I said, but my daughter told me that I can't tell anybody and not to go running to the counselor and tell the counselor, and I said, well, it's kind of a problem. Maybe there's something really going on at home.
Well, you could try going on Jerry Springer or something like that.
Yeah, kids get very confused about...
that before on Jerry
The kids are very confused about loyalty and secrets and when it is and is not appropriate to help, try to help someone.
That's why they call it parenting, everybody. But you say teenage sleepover, male and female?
Yes.
Teenagers?
Male, female couple sleepovers. My daughter's not allowed to go over there.
Yeah.
And she's not allowed to go over, even, go over to her house or hang around with her after school ever since her friend's parents walked in on the little girl and the other friend and then two boys over in the guest house filling them up with their clothes off.
What? The word?
Filling them up? Is that what she said?
Oh, I thought she said filling them up.
Yeah, they were groping the girls nude.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. But the parents are together.
I don't know what their parents are. My daughter, from my understanding, she says the mom's been married like 5 times.
Yeah,
I said, can't. There's a problem there.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Listen, these parents are trouble. There's trouble in that household.
That's
somebody needs to help the kid.
Think. And my concern is something might happen to this poor kid because nobody really wants to step in and do it.
Well, you've got to go over and start talking to some of the teachers and things, and tell them that you have some stuff given to you, information in confidence. So it's important that they figure out a way to sort of come upon this information without it being obvious that it was from you.
Well, start calling your daughter Raven, but call her Snowman.
You've got to alert the people that are taking care of this girl.
Because I feel really bad about the whole thing, and I mean because I promised.
No,
look, you can't do it. You have to save.
Yeah, this is, don't you start to collude with these crazy ideas.
Well, I'm really not. I'm trying to figure out a way I can do it without it being honest.
Go talk to the teachers. Tell them that you're telling this in confidence, but you have information they need to know. That it must be clear that it didn't come from you, that you're trying to respect some confidence.
All right, Antoinette.
In the way you receive the information, but the teachers must have the information.
Where's her dad? Where's your husband?
My husband?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never been married.
Oh, okay. All right, baby, be careful. You may give her an eating disorder.
My kid? I hope not.
You gotta give her a little room.
Don't put too much energy into that.
Well, no, she has a lot of
things to focus on.
I just feel sorry for the other kids because I love my daughter and I try to stay close with her, but let her do her own thing. And I feel bad for the kids who aren't in the same position.
Okay, all right. So go talk to the counselor.
Yeah, just consider what if she were giving you information about one of the kids was planning to get a gun and start shooting.
Yeah,
just in strictest confidence. Can't tell anybody.
Right.
Of course you tell.
Well, but that's a no-brainer. That's a layup.
But it's the same idea here.
All right. I'll tell you, if I saw my mom walking into school, I would kill myself. At 13. I'd jump right out the window, just screaming. I'd swallow an atlas or a globe in an attempt to kill myself. I would. I go nuts. Thank God. I really do. I want to thank my parents for having almost no part in my life at all. It was a little bit of an open house, parent-teacher conferences. I never showed up, and God bless them. God bless them. I should get them another car or something for that. I really should.
Did they maybe start out by attending them, and they were so painful and disappointing that they ultimately just kind of gave up?
I don't really remember. All I remember is by the time I got to the 6th or 7th grade, I was off and running, and I never saw him. I never saw him at school, and that was good. That notion of my parents speaking to a teacher or anybody associated with a school was a very horrifying thought. Scarier.
You can use it the other way. I actually forced my parents to go to those meetings.
You did?
And I told them what to tell to the teacher. I would say, you got to tell them to, back off. I don't have time to do my homework. And it would work because they would listen to my mom.
Really?
Yeah, my mom would make up the stories,
Wow, you got your moms in.
Yeah.
Your mom in. Jonathan, did you get your folks in?
I just like to say hi to my folks if they're listening. Which I don't think they are because they're probably sleeping because it's the East Coast where I'm from.
Thank God my mom from Poland is not listening.
This could be on that internet.
Yeah.
Carla?
Yes.
You're 28?
Yes, I am. I'm calling in response to the lady who called regarding her 4-year-old daughter masturbating.
Yeah.
I think that this is really an important issue that we could further address because you guys have the great opportunity of reaching this country nationwide, and to let these innocent mothers, I'll call them innocent because maybe they've never been subjected to anything like this in their own lives, but I think that stay-at-home fathers should be looked at very closely. I mean, they're drinking alcohol. This little girl's 4 years old. Just a hectic environment doesn't necessarily instigate that type of those types of actions. He could be watching porno in front of her. He could be violating her innocence in some way, shape, or form. And that mother needs to know that she should question her daughter. If she sees anything on TV, she might need a medical exam, make sure that she's not being touched. I was a sexually abused child. And I remember doing that because those parts of me were being violated.
Right. Yeah, and then we brought that up and mentioned that to her as well, but
she can talk to us.
But she is in such a first of all, we were afraid to be too provocative because the husband was listening and becoming aggressive.
Or
secondly,
could have become aggressive.
Yeah, well, we could hear him in the background, so getting aggressive. And secondly, it was made clear to her that this is a disturbed situation with the alcoholic husband. We don't know what he's up to, period.
I think she gathered that, but I think that you guys could be a little bit more direct because it goes on so freely in this country, and it's ignored.
Carla, this show is actually criticized constantly for being too much focused on sexual abuse. Because we deal with it almost every third call, and we actually get criticized for focusing too much on it. So
you have the opportunity to maybe awaken these ignorant mothers, and maybe some of them.
Most of them were sexually abused. Most of them were sexually abused too. That's the way.
You guys were very subtle though when you guys were talking to her, and I was like, "Come on, tell her to look closer at this." And maybe she gathered, maybe she didn't. But if she's listening right now, I want her to hear me and say, "Don't let this time in your little daughter's life go without being,
Yeah, well, it's possible that she was sexually abused. On the other hand, you have an agenda that is bleeding into the words that you hear and the questions that we get as well. So your reality isn't everyone's reality either.
It needs to be.
No, it doesn't need to be.
It should be brought to the attention of a lot of people who don't realize that these things really do happen, and it's not right for people to have pornos going in their house and
we completely agree with that, but on the other hand, every situation of a child stimulating themselves is not directly caused by molestation, and we can't make everyone one of those. I agree with you. It should be brought up. It should be addressed.
I understand, but a 4-year-old is a baby. And
okay, but that doesn't mean they were abused. You were abused. That doesn't mean everyone was abused.
But this little girl could have been.
It's possible.
That's why I'm responding.
All right,
because if it's that extreme, when she says she's red-faced and she moans, that could be a sign that she saw something that she shouldn't see.
That is very possible.
It could be. And again, the problem we have in this show is we talk about it every third call. And because it's your agenda, it didn't go exactly the way on that call the way you wish it would have. If you listen to the show, we will address this every 10 minutes or so.
I agree. We could have hit the sexual abuse part a little harder.
Yeah, but we're actually going on. I think she got the point.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, the point was this guy's an alcoholic.
Yeah,
this guy should be watched. He should not be trusted, and he has to do something about his alcoholism.
And something is going on here that's making this kid do it. So.
Right, Susie. Susie, you're 21. Boy, I'll tell you, what a life, everybody. And by the way,
that's everybody that has something they're calling about, they feel strongly about, right?
Whenever here's let me tell everyone who not to trust in life beside people who bring lawsuits on other people. People with an agenda. When you turn the TV on and you see people screaming about Jesus Christ, or you see people screaming about legalizing weed, or you see people screaming about abortion, one way or the other, or molestation, or whatever, whoever has an agenda, don't believe them. Something happened to them. It's now become their life's work, and we're simply canvases for their bad finger paintings. that's what we become. Everybody should be concerned with molestation. Should it consume their life? No. Should every case be molestation? No. It should be a responsible thing that everybody
But if it's not,
is aware of.
And somebody has had that happen to them, they'll come down on anyone that doesn't see it as their life work.
Yeah.
Right.
Are most children at that age openly sexual? Or
No. If kids are sexually directed before puberty, they were
Drew. I tell you, you say this, I know, you say, and you shake your head and you make me into some kind of maniac every time, but everybody I speak to, every kid says they played doctor, they were curious, they touched sometimes, they did a lot of stuff that would be sexual, but not, they didn't have an orgasm.
Nor did they have intercourse.
No, I'm not saying intercourse, but
nor did they have oral sex.
You cut it off. There could have been oral sex.
No, then you're nope. I'm telling you, if there's oral sex, you're into that realm. You're into it.
I'm telling you, most people I talk to have had some sort of experience that would be physically very far along the lines, but emotionally not that far along the
touching
lines.
And looking and being curious is completely normal. Yeah. Being sexually directed to orgasm is
not
adult
to orgasm.
Why you
don't
have
know what orgasm
what's oral
is.
sex then? Yes, you.
No, you just it's experimentation. It's the same with the looking and the touching. What's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference between touching and putting it in your mouth?
Hi, this is John Favreau.
What's the difference?
It's
the same thing. It's further along.
It has to be learned.
Why is putting your fingers on something or putting something in your mouth? What's the difference?
It's a giant difference.
Well, I know it's further along, but why?
I'm just going to tell you that it doesn't happen without it being. It just doesn't.
I don't
happen
know. You turn this into something that doesn't happen, and I talk to people who said, "Yeah,
wait a minute,
screwed around all the time,
touching, looking."
Yeah, naughty.
And especially in highly arousing disturbed family systems, you'll see more of this stuff.
Right.
And if they go, and if it becomes sexually directed, it's because an adult did something to one of the kids.
It's all sexually directed. They just don't know what they don't know what sex is
until an adult gets into them, and then yes,
I disagree. I
might see it on TV though.
That's part of it. They see adult sexual behavior.
Oh well, yeah, okay, but
so
it's
let me try it. She brought up the pornos.
Yeah, pornos are traumatizing to young kids. That is not good for kids to see that stuff.
Right, but it's some mimicry, but there's a fair amount of experimentation and biology involved with it. There's non-orgasm or even what I would call sexual biology, but biology nonetheless.
Yeah, curious, touching, that kind of thing. Yes,
yeah. All right.
We're saying basically the same thing. We really are.
I'm just saying it goes on more than you think.
And especially in disturbed systems where there's a lot of arousal.
All right. All right. We'll take ourselves a break. We'll be back. Loveline. I'm Adam. That's the pious one over there, Dr. Drew. Izabella Miko is our guest tonight, along with Johnathon Schaech from The Forsaken. It is out this...
Thank you.
This Friday, and if this show hasn't scared you, that movie will.
Yes.
This show's far scarier than anything that could come out of Hollywood, though. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah, and I have sex with my brother.
Who was that?
Yeah, who was that?
Goldfinger.
No, all right. Susie?
Yes.
You're 21?
Uh-huh.
What's up?
Okay, I've been with this guy for about 3 months, and we have sex and everything, but he's never came. Not even orally.
Not even, Adam.
No, and I don't know what's wrong. I mean, he says I'm doing a good job, but he never seems to...
Is he on medication?
No.
Do you know who's on medication?
He has one ball that has anything...
How come he has only one?
I haven't asked him. I'm kind of too shy to ask him. He said he's had 2 hernias in the past, and they were removed, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it either.
Not likely, but maybe one of the hernia operations went bad. But
how old is this guy?
That shouldn't have anything to do with it, unless he had radiation or testicular cancer and had treatment for that or something. Sometimes that will do it.
Wait, and you're having sex with him?
Yeah.
Are you using protection?
I'm on the pill.
Oh, good times, baby. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Calling from San Fernando?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to haul your ass out of that pit soon. Jesus Christ. The people in North Hollywood, they laugh at the people in San Fernando. So you got to be high. Oh, yeah. That place sucks. Oh, man. Jesus. Really, San Fernando sucks, doesn't it, Susie?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that backup.
Also, he doesn't like to masturbate.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah, I couldn't hang with this guy. I mean, I have nothing to talk about.
Nothing in common.
No common ground at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He finds it dirty.
He finds it dirty. Ooh, is he a religious guy?
Not really. Well, when he was growing up, his mom made him think it was dirty.
Maybe that's why he's anxious about having sex. Maybe why he can't ejaculate. I don't know. We'd have to talk to him to find out what's going on.
His mom screamed in that. Is he Mexican?
Yeah.
Is your mom got that? Mexican women got that crazy mom voice. Cállate, siéntate! They scream like they're on fire all the time. I know every time I call my maid and her mom answers the phone. Hello, is there? No, she's not here. It's like, yeah. You tell her, no. She they're screaming. I don't jack off for a couple days after that confrontation. Hey! Yeah, they scare their sons into not whacking off. It's an interesting approach culturally. Susie?
Yeah?
Yeah, you love this guy?
Yeah.
All right, well, it's time to start communicating.
Yeah, it's time to start talking, find out who he is, why he has one testicle. Yeah.
Would that have anything to do why he won't?
We don't know. We got to talk to him, and you're the one that's going to do the talking for us.
Yeah, it's all right. Just tell him, you love him and you want him to...
make him happy?
Yeah, you want to
get him drunk and whack him off.
Right. All right, baby? Stay on that pill.
Okay.
And get your ass out of San Fernando, yeah?
Okay.
All right.
Maybe that's why he doesn't ejaculate. He's in that pit. Imagine how uncomfortable that would be.
Yeah. And what's he doing over there? Is he working at an auto salvage place or something?
No, he works for his dad.
Yeah, what's his dad do?
Auto salvage.
He owns his company, I don't know.
Yeah, you really don't sweat the details.
I'm in love with this guy that I just don't know. Yeah.
He does, he's a professional. Well, who knows?
Yeah. Do you know his name?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But not last name, though, right?
No.
Are you serious?
Huh? Yeah, do I know his last name?
Yeah, you do know his last name. Okay. All right. I would like you to find out what happened to one of his balls and what his dad's business is.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right. And what he needs in order to ejaculate, what you can do for him to make him happy.
Okay. Let's...
Good time.
Good times. Let's talk to Fred, who's 15. Fred?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, my question is probably more for Dr. Drew.
What's up?
I'm pretty sure that I've accurately self-diagnosed myself with epididymitis in the left testicle.
There's no such thing as an accurate self-diagnosis, so...
Sure there is. Why not? Drew doesn't want him to cut into his business.
No, that's just not something... First of all, you're not trained to make any diagnosis. And even people who are trained do make diligent efforts not to diagnose themselves.
What do you... Yeah?
I'm still pretty sure that's what it is.
All right.
Because it looks like the epididymitis. It looks like the epididymis, and it's inflamed. And I'm wondering...
What do you mean? Whoa. What do you mean it looks like the epididymis?
That's what it is, like the epididymis.
You can see your epididymis?
Or I can see the texture as it appears through the testicle.
No. Wrong. Impossible. What is it you're experiencing?
It's no feeling or anything. It's just large.
You're having a swelling in the testy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it hard?
No.
It's soft and sort of squishy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need to get that evaluated.
Yeah, you're going to end up in San Fernando with one nut.
Yeah, it could be...
Working God knows where.
It could be a varicocele, cystocele, spermatocele, could be tumor, could be a lot of things. Epididymitis, down the list. Epididymitis is usually just pain in the groin and testy.
Okay, and could it be related to masturbating and then keeping the ejaculate from exiting the penis?
No.
Yeah, that could certainly irritate things.
They can irritate things and irritate the prostate.
How do you stop it?
Do that?
Number 2 pencil?
He pushes up on the...
And why?
He pushes where?
Pushes...
Oh.
Did he just hang up, by the way? Hello? Yeah. Fred was a real likable chap. You get that from Fred? You know what's funny to me? When guys are 15 and well on their way to a-holeville, like well on their way. You know, a little pompous, a little self-righteous, kind of pricks, and 15. You know, like you think.
Did he self-diagnose himself with elephantiasis?
I really would not like to see this guy at like 41. Would you? Unless he's, had a full epiphany and like found Jesus Christ or something.
Yeah.
You know, like the 15-year-old guy is kind of a prick. A jerk off, I'm fine with, but like a sort of blowhard 15.
Hi, this is John Favreau.
That's trouble. Oh, Drew, please, he's a delight. How dare you? All right, let's take ourselves a little break, and we'll come back, wrap down after this. What's Friday? Izabella, Johnathon, I want to thank you very much for coming in tonight.
Well, thank you very much.
It's been fun.
Nice to meet you.
Scary.
Izabella.
In homage to your film.
Yeah. The Forsaken, everybody, this Friday. Go out and see it and crap yourself.
Please do.
There you go.
And visit the nurse in the aisle.
And there is a registered nurse in each and every aisle.
It's the little movie that could.
So until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. My mother ignored me. Pow!
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingle. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.